Okay, we've got a special Friday night. We've been invited down to the opening of Moto Machine, which is a new dealership here in Clyde near Parramatta. And what a night they've got organised, Royal Enfield. It's a new dealership. We've got music, a few drinks on. The CEO's out from India. I've only just had a quick wander around, but we'll probably bring some more on the dealership a bit later. I hope I was allowed to sign that.
You got me. Hi guys, I'm Laura Sortan. I'm a biking enthusiast, have been for several years now. I was fortunate enough, I hosted the Great Outdoors for about 8 years, and throughout that time they'd throw me on a bike wherever they could. So I did gain a bit of experience riding all styles and certainly through different terrains and whatnot. But the real challenge came when I was asked to do a National Geographic film and ride a motorbike across the Sahara Desert. So I was really thrown in the deep end there because I'd never done off-road. And since then, came back with a few injuries, hell of a lot of great stories, crook back, can now ride off-road, but I've definitely fallen in love with, and so much more my speed now, the mid-size bike. And I've been putting around, and I say putting because that's what I do these days, but the Hunter 350 is my baby, and recently went down and was fortunate enough to ride the Bullet, which was also beautiful. I love the torque, the sound, smooth ride. I feel like I'm, king of the road on, even though they are mid-size. I love them, and the colourways are just fantastic. Very sexy, very retro. Less about the bikes, more about the store in which they are displayed. Now, welcome to Moto Machine, and what better company to be in rather than Royal Enfield, the oldest motorcycle brand in continuous production, who has been creating beautifully crafted motorbikes since 1901. They truly encourage us to get out on the road in style, in comfort, and like I said, in all facets of riding. Now, look, without further ado, that's me. This is the store. It's absolutely beautiful. I would now like to introduce the speakers for today. BGR, the CEO of Royal Enfield, Mr. Anuj Dua, Business Head for Asia Pacific Markets, and of course, Joseph Ellisma, CEO of UMI. May I get you up to the stage first off?
No.
If you wouldn't mind saying
Laura.
a few words. Thank you so much.
Well, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming along this evening to celebrate the store launch of Moto Machine. And thank you, David and Damien, for putting on and creating such an amazing store. It's definitely a jewel in the crown for us here in Australia and also in New Zealand. So thank you very much. Your efforts won't go unnoticed, that's for sure. At least everyone driving past here will definitely be noticing. Off the back of two recently launched new motorcycles into the Australia and New Zealand market, the Himalayan 450, which has been taken the country by storm, and also the recently launched Shotgun 650, where we're going to also cover these two motorcycles off this evening, which I'm going to allow BGR and Anuj to talk further on shortly. This store here is really all about creating a sense of community and something for all motorcyclists to come and enjoy and appreciate. It's also a place where people can congregate and experience all things motorcycling, and I think what Dave has created with this scale model box to the side here just kind of reminds us, it brings out the child from within, which I think all of us that appreciate motorcycles can relate to. So without further ado, I'm going to pass over to BGR, CEO of Royal Enfield, that's made the journey here today, and someone who enjoys riding motorcycles, including that Himalayan, which he recently tested in the Himalayas. So, BGR.
Thank you, Joe. Good evening, everyone. It's a fantastic feel to be here today and talking to all of you people. It's such a lovely store. I was just talking to Dave, he was mentioning. I was doing the painting here. I was just doing a fixing here with my family. Just having a corner, there's one small table. From there I started. I'm really enjoying it. It's about 1 year. I must tell you, it's oozing out with the passion at every nook and corner of this building. Fantastic job. It's going to be where everybody would like to hang out in Sydney, I suppose. All the best to you. About 3 months back, the team came to me and then said that there is going to be a store opening, and can you just make some time to come over, travel? And I said, yeah, of course, I'll do that. What else? My job is to go meet consumers, talk to the journalist friends, and design and make motorcycles and test the motorcycles in Himalayas. That's how we make money, isn't it? So I said, okay, everything is fine. So booked ticket, everything is done. Suddenly my travel desk comes back. No, you can't go to Australia. There's a huge flood there. So I was just wondering, oh man, maybe that's the case. Let me get onto the social media, start looking at, is there a flood? Everywhere there's a news. Lot of flood, water everywhere. Last 3 days I've been here, I've been searching even, where is the water except in my bathroom? That's the only place where I see some water. There's no water, nothing. Anyway, it's very lovely. Otherwise, I would have missed that fantastic opportunity of meeting all you guys. You know, what is Royal Enfield? I mean, I just take some time to talk to all you people. It has been a great journey, especially a market like Australia and New Zealand, which is a very, very important market for us. We see the market as a very strategic market for us too. I know some of you might be seeing what's the volume here, it's not growing, but it's all cyclical. The market will come back. When the sentiment comes in, markets will come back. So I also see the roads, the fantastic things, and all the motorcycles which we have, it's aptly suited for this market, and I'm very confident the market is going to grow further. That's why we were conscious in selecting a correct partner for us about 8-9 years back, Joe. Yeah, it's almost 9 years as a journey. So my motors, actually they came in as a fantastic partner for us. And now I'm seeing very energetic dealership outlets. We're all committed in this market to serve the consumers of Australia and New Zealand. Without boring you people, I'll just take some time to explain to you what is Royal Enfield, what made us to grow like this. You know, some of you were just telling me, about 15 years back, I know Royal Enfield, he was mentioning that, the motorcycle itself was not so good. Now it has come so well. What is that you guys have done? And what is this company all about? You know, when the world is talking about from 50cc to aircraft engines, we took a bold decision as a company, is that we will focus only in the middleweight. We will not see other side, even though there is a huge market and huge money available too, I suppose, globally. But I think my boss, Siddharth, he came back at a point of time and then said, Govind, what do you think we should focus more in this company? And that time we have decided middleweight. That's where we have to focus. We have to be laser sharp. And, you know, we always say our wide can be lower, but the depth has to be mile. That's what the organization we are. The only thing, as she was mentioning, reading out from the back of the head, Royal Enfield is the company which is the oldest motorcycle brand in the continuous production in the globe. There's no other brand which is standing near to that. In these years, from 1901, more than making the motorcycles, what we have been doing is primarily getting more and more people onto the motorcycling culture. That's what we have done. That's what we know. It's always a joke. Where do you see BJR and Siddharth when there is no meeting? Both the guys will be riding motorcycles somewhere in the Himalayas. That's what they love. We incidentally run business very well. That's a different thing. But fundamentally, we are the motorcyclists. That's what we wanted to build as a company. We came out at a point of time, I think if I'm right, about 2010, 2011, we were having our own meeting. At that point of time, only 3 of us, we were running the company. At that point of time, we thought, what are we? What do we stand for? What's our core? What do we look at as a company? And that's where we came out and then said, we are in the pursuit of pure motorcycling. We will make motorcycles which are pure, authentic, simple, elegant, gorgeous looking, uncomplicated, nothing to be added if it is not required for the guy to enjoy the motorcycling. So it has to be that. Every bit of the motorcycle should actually ooze out that passion of motorcycle, and everyone should enjoy the motorcycling. That's where we concluded that that's what is the pursuit for Royal Enfield, and we'll continue that. Even today, we are passionately pushing that across the organization. Everyone who comes in the organization have to be, I always say that they have to ride motorcycles. They should be passionate about motorcycle. If the competency is not there, it doesn't matter, we will build it, but they should have a passion for motorcycling, and that's how over the period of time, this organization has really come up in ranks. Just to talk about the pure motorcycling, in fact, I've asked the team to put together a small video. If you all permit, maybe can I play the video, please? So that's the pure motorcycling from Royal Enfield over the years since 1901. Over these years, Royal Enfield's success has been, to be honest, in the last 12, 13 years. Though it has been 1901 which started off in Redditch, the company was not doing well. Then 1955 it came to India, especially for the Indian Army. Some of you would have read about the whole story. Then, let alone for the army, even the normal Indian people started liking it. That's why the first consignment came from Europe in 1955. Over the period of time, the organization was not doing well. In 2010, once again, when we all sat together and then trying to understand, okay, pure motorcycling is understood, what is that we have to do? Everything has to be touched in the organization. Otherwise, the consumers were looking at something else and we are not there. If you have to grow, everything has to be touched, everything has to be changed. It used to be a very, very interesting conversation which we used to have. 2011, if I have to tell you, India is the highest market for the middleweight at that point of time. The total number in India at that point of time in 2011 was roughly about 48,000 motorcycles for the full year. In 12 months' time, the middleweight was only about 48,000. So when we were talking in the team, we were looking at, okay, now we have understood the middleweight, pure motorcycling. What do we think that the middleweight is? So at that point of time, the joke used to be, if we touch 100,000 motorcycles, I think we are arrived in the motorcycling industry. Between me and Sid, we were talking, is it possible? Can we do that? Because it was a single platform, one motorcycle bullet, which was the only product which we had at that point of time. Over the period of time, as I mentioned, as an organization, once we arrived at what is that we stand for, less is more is a philosophy which we adopted. We won't do too many things, we will do only few things, and we focus more and more in that. Today, if I look back the journey, in India, we are almost about 920,000 motorcycles per year, of which 90% is actually Royal Enfield. So every time when I talk about it, I always get emotional. I mean, that's how we grew the market. And that's how the consumers always looked at, hey guys, you are authentic, we really love you. Over the period of time, we also have to build, as an organization, capacity, capability, competencies, that's what we have to do. Having understood the middleweight is going to be the play for our office, we thought that let's have a technology center first, and we should have the best guys who have to work for us in building and designing the motorcycle. We went to UK, and that's why at Leicestershire, we have opened a small outlet in which we say that, okay, we'll start a research and development center then product development center at that place. Currently we have about 155 engineers out of UK who are actually designing the motorcycles and day in and day out, and we have about 475 engineers who are working only in the product development area, about 625 guys who are actually working in product development and making these gorgeous looking motorcycles. We also built the manufacturing plant, the world class. You saw in the pure motorcycling video about the craft. Everything is automatable, right? Artificial intelligence is the world today. Royal Enfield, we consciously took some decision at a point of time that every build of the motorcycle, the soul have to be there. We have to actually look at, wow, that's something somewhere some guy is working on with his hands. Some of the operations, even though it is automatable, I said, no way this company will automate it. We will continue to have the skill and the soul which is mixed in this area. And that's why it is soulfully crafted motorcycles even today. We spend more time in doing a lot more manual activities rather than doing an automation. Today, we make almost about 80,000 motorcycles per month. So every 49 seconds, one motorcycle comes out of the Royal Enfield stable. That's what we take pride in actually saying, that's how we actually serve the entire motorcycling world across the globe, sorry. From one location out of Chennai, that's where it is. Today, it is multi-geography, multicultural. We have almost all people who are working in this. If in case I don't show you a video about the manufacturing prowess of Royal Enfield, I think I have not done justice to the whole team who have done a particular job. So I'll just show you a video, if you all allow, about the manufacturing facility of Royal Enfield. that's the made in Madras for across the globe from Royal Enfield. When we are talking about this manufacturing, I just have to tell you, as an organization, it's not that we are just making motorcycles, we enjoy motorcycles, we are served to the consumers in the motorcycling world. We are equally and very deeply committed on the social cause. We have taken over at the Himalayas and some of the heritage properties we actually take on and then said that we will maintain it. And all the plastics collections which are happening at the Himalayas, Royal Enfield plays a very intense role. And the entire community at the Himalayas we are working on because we feel Himalayas is a spiritual home for Royal Enfield. And if we don't protect, who else will protect that? We get the plastics, we recycle it, we use it, and that's what the work which we are doing. All our manufacturing plants, wherever the footprints are there, they are water positive. It does mean the kind of water which we are taking back and what we actually put it back to the Mother Earth is higher than what it is. It means it's always recyclable, no water is wasted. And all our energy, which is being used in the production base, is absolutely on a renewable energy. So we are very intensely hooked on to the social cause and also on the renewable energies and the water positivism for saving the Mother Earth. When we actually did over the decades about the competency building, capability building, the team size actually grew. We grew from almost about some 1,000 and odd people. Today globally, we have almost about some 27,000 people who are the part of the team Royal Enfield who are working tirelessly with a lot of passion. We always felt that we are part of the community because, as I mentioned, we are riders, we love riding, we love motorcycles. I just have to tell you, we have thousands of Royal Enfield clubs. We don't own anything. We are actually a platform for all of them to come together, and that is where they also want. That's why we also wanted to be. I'll show you one video because today I'll have only videos to talk. It's all about the Motoverse. You know, we used to have what's called as a motorcycle festival at Goa. I don't know how many of you have visited Goa in India. It's a nice place. Just look up to that. It's a fantastic place to actually visit. Every year in the month of November, we do what's called as a Motoverse. We used to call it as a Rider Mania. It's Motoverse. Now globally, all the people ride in and do this. Can you guess what's the number of people who actually came last year? It was about 18,500 people who actually came into this 3 days. It's almost 56,000 footfalls which was there, which is all about a place where we brought the motorcycles, art, culture, dance, music, and drinks too. So everything together at one place. That's the community which is building, and we are working on building that community more and more across the globe. It's very organic. We are not doing anything specific for that. People love the brand Royal Enfield. People love to be there with the Royal Enfield. And as I mentioned, we will always be there as an ecosystem for them to come along with that. So I'll just show you this. It's also partly I told the team that I will try to sell the Motoverse when I'm there in Australia for the people to come over. So you can hook on to Royal Enfield website and actually start booking your motorcycles on the website itself. So wherever you land in some important locations, now Royal Enfield is actually available for rentals and tours. There you go. I've sold one more business also in the entire discussion. There are guys who will actually ride into Motoverse for almost about 3,000 odd kilometers. That's the passion with which people actually come and then participate in the entire Motoverse. I'll just show you how the last Motoverse went by.
Motoverse! You know, this is the energy which makes the Royal Enfield the best motorcycle in the world.
Damn son, feel like I'm the man, son. Run up in your house and take the world.
It's big and bigger.
Yeah, your boy's different, that don't matter what the brand, son. This go 1 or 2 ways.
So many bikers, same vibe, music, art, everything.
I'm going black.
I've never been to any place like Motoverse before. It's like truly so special.
Pablo, making them sing that Les Miserables, swallowing sin that El Diablo. Every time that I am
We didn't have a clue that Shotgun is going to release. He has had a setup here. That was really amazing.
शोर मचा दो यार, क्या सीन है?
That brings Motoverse 2023 to a close. Thank you so much for coming. It was bigger, better, more awesome than ever. We're going to see you soon.
So hope you all have seen the dates. Please block the calendar. That's Royal Enfield now, with all the products, all the manufacturing facilities which we have set up, and the whole team which had come together, and the community which we built over the period of time. In the whole period, what we have also done from a single platform, now we have 3 distinct platforms, which is a 350cc super refined, the J platform, on which all the products of Classic, Hunter, Meteor, Bullet, which are all there in the 350cc, and the new 450cc, the Sherpa engine platform, which Joe, he will talk about it more. That's a water-cooled machine, which is built by the Himalayas. You will see more products which will be coming in this. And we have the Twins platform, which is a 650cc platform, in which also all the products which are there. So there are more products which are going to come. So Anuj was asking, should I put that? I just said put 3 because only 3 more quarters are there. So next year we will talk about it more. So that's the number of motorcycles we will have. I've been always telling to the team is the game is just starting. In India, we have almost 90% market share. Outside India, our actual game started as Joe was mentioning about 8-9 years back. But our intensity with which we are into these markets are only about past 4-5 years. We garnered from nowhere the middleweight, the road motorcycles, almost about 8 to 9% as the market share. It also gives me the pleasure to say that I think we are amongst the top 3 in the Australian market in the middleweight in the road segment, and number 1 in New Zealand. So looking forward for everywhere in all the market where we are, and reaching the market share what we have reached in the market share with all your support, and looking forward for that and ride along with you people. Thank you very much for the patient listening. Wonderful audience.
Thank you. What so much to be proud of there, and certainly nothing but growing in the market, taking over the world, indeed. Anuj.
Thank you very much, Vijaya. It's absolutely a pleasure to listen to some of the stories. I start with a story as well. A year back, I was sitting with Dave, Joe, Michaela, and the daughter as well in a pram right here, somewhere the counter was. And we were talking about should we have a store here or not, around 11 months back. And today we stand here in the store. It gives us immense pleasure. Thank you, Dave and family, for doing a great job. Thanks, Damien. It's brilliant. And thanks to the families who are present from both Dave and Damien's side. Thank you. Brilliant job. Before we go ahead, just have a look at how the year 2023 was for us, what all action happened in last year, which many of you have witnessed as well.
Accessible, beautiful, the Super Meteor.
90 years legacy, the Bullet 350. All new Himalayan.
We've created something absolutely new.
The electric Himalayan Fastback.
For the Royal Enfield.
Hello, Motoverse! Yay!
So we leap into 2024 with all the actions on product side, on community side, fantastic rides all across the globe into 2024 now. Excellent response to wonderful Himalayan, which has seen a brilliant response in Australia, New Zealand, all across the world. The Sherpa engine is absolutely a fantastic hit from day one when it was launched. It has won many laurels. Bullet, Shotgun, both of these new launches have been extremely well received by all markets. Thanks to all the friends from media community, there's a huge voting which has happened and a lot of awards and accolades won and still counting. As we have shared in the past, for some of the guests who are new to Royal Enfield motorcycling culture, so our job is to bring accessibility to aspiration. All of us are working on creating the aspiration at a very high level and make it accessible for consumers to try motorcycle, to buy motorcycle. That means have more and more stores like these for customers to come, test ride, own bikes, use bikes, service that. So that accessibility, apart from the price point, is what we're trying to build, apart from building a very strong brand. We are very fortunate that we are growing very fast in Asia Pacific. That's the territory that I look after. Number one position in mid-segment is extremely strong situation, not only numbers, but the community build-up is very strong in New Zealand as well, like in Australia. I'm based in Thailand. Proud to say we are number 2 and growing very fast in mid-segment in Thailand. Korea, which we never believed will be able to enter the market few years back. We are going very strong in Korea, number 2 in mid-segment already. Among top 3 in mid-segment, as BGR was sharing. More than the numbers, I think the growth in community, very passionate dealer base, that's what we have earned in last few years from this market. The customer base who is engaging with us through rides, through community events, are dealers who are more and more engaged with the customer. That's very heartening to see. Our dealers, some of the media fellows, some of the friends from influencer community, busted knuckles, bolt-on builds, these are some of the things which have become very sought after properties, very strong brand by itself. I think all the involvement by each one of you, the encouragement that you have shown to our dealers, our partners here, UMI, that has actually helped us to gain this numbers, brand traction, and the kind of feeling of community that we always look forward to. Most of the dealers are into very brand-led experiences, extremely curated. We are not running after numbers, that's the end result. What we are running after is a more stronger brand traction, more stronger community building. Meeting across you, all of you here for the store launch is a part of growing community, not only the community of customers, but also community of influencers. Many of you in the past have come back with great ideas of collaborations, great ideas on what we should do as a brand. We have learned a lot from you. The rides, community meetups are absolutely brilliant. Very fast growing community. And today when we are here with the newest pure motorcycle destination for Royal Enfield, the biggest store for us in ANZ and one of the biggest store and the most lifestyle store across the globe as well. So that's the great effort done by Dave, Damien. Once again, thank you to you and your teams. And that's it. I hope I was fast and not stopping you from BS. Thank you.
So I'm here with BJR.
Hey.
Good to meet you, man.
What's up, man?
So Royal Enfield, what an amazing brand. And like I was just sort of suggesting, it's affordable. It brings a lot of new motorcyclists to the brand.
Yep.
And to the road. So at the end of the day, Australia's an amazing market for you guys. I was just speaking to Moto Inc. down in Melbourne. They're a new dealer for you guys.
Yeah.
And then Moto Machine here. What an amazing night tonight.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about Australia and Royal Enfield.
Yeah, Australia is an important market for us outside India. Australia and New Zealand both, I must say. Almost about 8 years back when we were looking at this market, what is it, how is it growing, what is it we have to do. That's why we were looking for a partner who was very passionate about it. And we found UMI, these guys were very passionate, and we signed up with them. And they have been a very good partner for us. Through them now, I think we have 56 retail outlets in this country. It's been growing. It's very well, and in fact, to be honest, we are among the top 3 in the Australia market. In the last month, #1 in New Zealand.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. It's because of all the new products which had come in over the period of time. The acceptance has been very good. As I always say, we listen to the community. We are part of the community. We understand what they want, and over the period of time, Royal Enfield has been working on improving in everything what the community has told us. Today we have fundamentally the super refined J platform, which is there, and Australian roads. I've been there for the last 3 days. I've been there. Fantastic roads you have here.
Yeah.
And inside the city also, the roads are so good. I think our Meteor, it's a easy cruiser motorcycle, and it's a 100% motorcycle for the city commute, and yet you can use it for your leisure riding also for a long distances. And if you are there between, let's say, Melbourne to Sydney, if you want to ride it, I think Super Meteor it's a full-blown cruiser motorcycle.
You talk about the Super Meteor, and a lot of people think that the shotgun was based on the Super Meteor, which it was, but it's a very different motorcycle.
Yeah. We came out with the 650cc as a platform. At that point of time, platform, and at that point of time, we were looking at what are all the motorcycles which can spawn out of this platform. So we came out with the Continental GT first, and then the Interceptor. And that time itself, we were thinking that a cruiser have to come out of this platform. So it was about 5 years back, we really thought that what is that we can do, and that's what is the Super Meteor. Today, it's a most accessible, full-blown cruiser on a 650cc platform. It's not intimidating, very accessible,
100%.
Easy to handle.
Beautiful to roll.
Yeah, it's very well built, and I shouldn't be biased, but I must tell, we actually launched it in Rajasthan. It's a brilliant road in India. When we were riding it, I was riding it for almost about 570 kilometers in 2 days' time. It was so cool to ride our Super Meteor for a long distance with your feet forward, relaxed.
You ride. Bottom line is, we had the Australian launch for the Shotgun 650, and Adrian, the designer, came on the ride with us. That's what's really fantastic.
That's what is Royal Enfield.
Yeah. Everyone enjoys the ride.
Yeah.
And the passion is amazing.
Yeah. Our managing director, Sid Lal, myself, as senior guys, and our senior management team, all of us, we will ride motorcycle, we'll test motorcycle, we'll argue on what's good for the motorcycling world, and we're all hooked on to only one thing, that we should give a pure motorcycling experience to our consumer, and we are focused on that, and that's what is actually the success for Royal Enfield.
You said that was a mantra you brought in, 12, 15 years ago, the pure motorcycling.
Correct.
And that's what Royal Enfield's all about.
Absolutely. We'll never want it to be a superfluous. We don't want to add a bit into the motorcycle if it is not giving any good experience to the consumer. So we'll be very, very finicky about actually the whole design. I think, the look, feel, the DNA of Royal Enfield.
Retro style.
Oh, yeah.
It's just,
yeah.
It's amazing. Just did a review on the Bullet 350 and the Madras pinstripe that's still getting done by the nephews. It's just an amazing...
Yeah. Bullet 350 we launched very recently. It's a legacy of almost 90 years. Yeah. We are taking it to the next generation.
Landed the generation before that.
That's right. I think we landed it very well, and it has actually given us a growth of another 20% from the one which we were making it earlier. So the acceptance has been very good. Now it is getting made available across the globe. So over the period of time we'll there. So that's Royal Enfield. It's more authentic and simple, elegant, gorgeous looking motorcycles.
And then the passion flows through from you guys to dealerships like this.
Yes.
With David and Damien, amazing Royal Enfield dealership here in Clyde and Sydney.
Absolutely.
It's been a great night.
Whoever comes inside the organization as an employee also, he should have a passion for motorcycling. Even if there is a lack of competency, it will be built over the period of time. But if he has a passion for motorcycle, we are employee. That's what we are, and that's what is the success for Royal Enfield.
Well, you've got a pretty cool name, BJR. So when do we see a Royal Enfield BJR? So we've had a great night here at Moto Machine, the new Royal Enfield dealer here in Sydney and Clyde. So the next time you see me, I'll be in the Himalayas.